with the second game in such a short amount of time here. I am seeing that let's go ahead and try to troubleshoot this before the game starts, eh? Nope, it is still mega bugged. Golly. Try again. Turn that off. Turn it back on. Please. Nope, still super bugged. Oh god. It was just working and now it's not working. So I don't know. I got a minute and 4 to figure this out. Let me try. Switching maybe? No, it's still just like terribly bugged. That's not fun at all. I really don't. Sorry about this. Still trying to figure all this stuff out, right? Is the idea. Now it's just like severely bugged. Okay, well, we're gonna work with what we got. We are here today with TOGs versus Glows on Carentan Town Center again. Good lord, we'll come back to this. See if I get the time right. Um, uh, Here we go. Okay. We'll come back to that. For now, Jesus. For now, so this isn't my first time doing this. For now though, we're gonna do this until the cap starts, just because it's not working properly. We'll come back to it. No big deal. But we have Tog here on the allies, while we have Lowe's on the Axis. Holy moly. Interesting. So they're opting not to send a truck super south here. They have the transport, or the supply truck, but nothing crazy. See what happens. See what Glows is doing. I don't see anything for Glows south at all. Already coming in. Rocket's really short. Damn, that already was just a little bit separate. It would have hit it. Truck's coming in, but like nobody's in it. Looks like they hopped out early. Vehicle going down. I don't know if that was Artie or a tank or what, but that's dead. Another truck down. Glows with a strong start. Tog looks to be... Okay, there we go. Papa Bear going down. Here we go. Okay. Lux coming in might be huge. Nope, still broken. Okay. Like we're just going for it then. Glows has a really good start here. It's taking off most of this pressure, but to be honest, it kind of looks like, in a weird way, dare I say it, kind of looks like Tog wanted them kind of to take that early start there. Tank going down early though. Medium is not allowing it, but 1 AT into that front of that medium, it's dead. Medium's down. Cap still strongly going the way of Glows here. Stewie Church though. Panda going down. Mostly just because they have more bodies in the cap sector than I guess they do, but at least as long as mid, I mean this Stewie should really crash point. It's not. Satchel going off. Cap going back the way of Tog though. It's gonna be a slugfest. Dang, very close cap here, but for now they're still alive. Very interesting. And they seem to have somehow pushed them out of the mid. I don't know if Glow's kind of pivoted too early or what went down there, but the Stewie is dead. I assume that's the P4. P4 is coming in. Chance makes something happen, but Tapwater and possibly Dio, and there's a Puma coming in. Is a very, so far, very all over the place. A very all over the place open. Going back the way of Glows. Dark with a crazy rocket. I think he hit that. Not 110% sure though. Cap is still being fought for. Okay. Still a grind in mid. P4 coming down though. Gonna try to make something happen, it seems. So now the Cap should be going back the way of Glows because they have the P4 there, but TOG does have this bottom here. Very interesting. Lux is pinging the Stewie. Sorry, I had to tab out for just a second. Cap's still going the way back to Glows, but still, the biggest thing right now is the tank, right? But besides, like, actual infantry is not really that many people in Cap. It's very doable. Definitely a slower pace. I just got done with a 49s game, so this is definitely a lot slower pace than that game for sure. But looks like, can I say the Cap is gonna go the way of is that feasible to say here? Who knows? Not if Thanatos and Medic have something to say about it though. We'll kind of see the structure layout here. Not sure if Glows, I mean, they're probably not going to get much on Ruin just because it's kind of like a front door and a defense all in one. But it does look like they actually are going to secure this Cap, though. In just a couple of seconds more, Artie's not hitting it. And this is going to go the way of Glows. Very nice. You love to see a quick Cap there. But, again, makes you kind of wonder how TOG is playing. Are they going to be... Stewie goes down. Were they playing for that? Damn, P4 with an absolute baller angle on a splash, not gonna lie. That's pretty nutty. Hit the one place he really could. Not sure on the strategy here yet. But it looks like they might already be dealing with people on the flank. I see an infantry ping up here. There you got people pushing. The situation is still developing, as we like to say. Thanatos goes down, already hitting pretty much the exact same spot it was hitting in the game I just did. Holt and Medic. OP goes down. Fart takes him out. Fart part 2 of me having to say your stupid ass name. I'm just joking. I do have to say your name though. You spaced it out. I don't know if that was like that last time, but good to see you, bud. Alright, looks like they're playing... TOG is trying to play a little bit railway here. If you caught the stream earlier, what I said was you have to take the south on this. Like, north is really, really tough just because church is such a grind and it's very edgy. But if you go, you know, train station, there's a chance... I think you can kind of play 2 in 1, right? If you go train station, you can take away the south from them, but then also put up, you know, get ready for maybe a quick cap on Mount as well. So I always love, like, their points... Like, TOG's point selection is very favorable here compared to... for Glows, because even if they took runes, like, farm is not that close. So definitely something to keep in mind as we have an hour and 20 left or hour and 19 left in this game. So they're still holding on to this front door, but they are definitely letting... Nope, they're watching it. So I think TOG at this point is kind of tempo checking, right? Make sure that they're not getting too far, too good. Heavy's already up. Not sure if... They probably already have a heavy coming as well for glows. Not sure. But they did have, I believe, the Lux... They had a double Lux open with the P4. So they should be having a heavy roll up here in a little bit. Not seeing it currently. But this is where the allies play on this map. You just kind of have to hug this center four, this ground here down the way, and make sure they don't get through there. Especially considering ruins is, you know, fairly close to. You got to keep this area. So we'll kind of see if they how they handle that. Church is going pretty good right now. Looks like it's back and forth, not one-sided, but they are completely pushed out of town center now. So, you know, not the best, but again, hour and 17 minutes. I think it really did feel like TOG wasn't playing to cap this. I don't know if there's a miscommunication or that's part of their strategy, but it did seem like they kind of gave a lot of pressure and almost took it back for free, and then they lost it. But it seemed like they really were trying to, what's it called? It really seemed like they were trying to Zerg taken out. Sorry, lost in the sauce. Kind of give them and maybe play at their own pace instead of how they're playing now. So, we'll see though. I assume Garrison went up in this backyard. Dude, I don't know why. There we go. Jesus. Just an OP for now. Not sure where they opted to go with the Garrison. Going to assume if it's not there, it's most likely here. Nope. 0 for 2 on my Garrison callouts. P4 pushing church. It's not a great place to be in. I don't think they have a tank up here to deal with it, but I think infantry's better at taking out tanks, funny enough, than tanks are in some scenarios. But they don't have any AT. This tank is just pushing on through. It should be getting called out to them. Front door is looking dicey right now. They don't really have a lot of presence. Again, they're playing very defensively for a team that's 2-3 right now. Rocket goes into the heavy. I don't know. I think the heavy's engined. Not a good situation to be in. I don't know why it's on its side like that, but it has took out the P4. So something at least from that. And I think the problem here is those honestly those AT guys kind of want to die. Let's be real. They want to get their rockets back. OP going down for name. So now you just reset those guys. Artie is not really sure. Where's this Artie hitting? Heavy's gonna have to get back and rep though. I mean, do they have a repair station? Doesn't look like it. Really, I mean, they're splashing well and they're playing well, but oh wait, cap is flickering. Not sure how. I think so. Little tidbit here: if the cap flickers, and like, obviously TOG doesn't know this. Actually, no, they do know this. But if the cap flickers, that means that they don't have a lot of people on point. And if you're even if you're proccing it for a second, looks like the medium's finally going down. Even if you're proccing it for a second, it's still super crucial because you know that they're not playing on point. They're elsewhere. So it could be a good sign to make that dive potentially, right? So it's something to think about. Like there's a lot of mechanics that go behind when it comes to proxy capping and all of this. Like that's something to think about for sure. Looks like we just went live on Twitch, so I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Hour and 14 though left in this game. A lot of games still to be played. We got 2 engineers on this. I love when they have their guns out and they're like following it like that. It's so good. So good. Unclean bus takes out. Couldn't read his name. Kebab is playing that four story. I mean 3-story, 4-story. Bombing run going out from TOG. Not 110% sure why. North looks like, I mean, they have a good line though. Oh no. Killer Panda just abusing this tank, man. Bomber run coming in from close here. Again, two very interesting bombing runs for sure. The nicest way to put it. Is that the 76? 76 down. Just got caught out. Kind of unfortunate. They need tank support for sure. And they had it. You know, nobody was playing. His tire's already kind of beat up. Nobody was playing there. No tank was playing how they usually play, and they just didn't capitalize on that. His tire's about to have a mean splash here. FYI. Good rocket by Obnoxious. They should. Oh, the splash kind of got diminished a little bit, but that's a good. I mean, it's a decent splash. Kind of killing your. Might kill your friendlies on that though. Assuming that's not friendly arty. Who knows? Spooby going down. Assuming to hold. TOG just giving up a lot of space here. Big spawn wave. Fart's gonna walk in on it and just get. The firing squad just went out. Oh my god. Good lord. He stood no chance. This is a good spot to hit on Artie. Most times. It's a problem though when you don't know who friendly Artie is and who enemy Artie is, right? Because, I mean, I'm assuming that's probably close artillery, but who knows? Okay, another 76 is up for TOG. Let's see what they can do. What hit that? Oh, 70. No. You get an angle on it? Wow. What an angle. Absolute snipe on that Tiger. Scoot Dog trying to. Oh, come on, Scoot Dog, you're better than this. Oof. Headshotted. The tires, this is interesting, right? Just did the Div 2 game with Baddies of the North and Sin, and they kept their tires on point. And these guys are opting to send their tires down instead. See, that works out. Not sure when it went down. Rep station down for. Oof. What the fuck is going on? Oh, tire's stuck. They gotta clear that carcass if they can. I didn't realize the Greyhound was going crazy back here. P-Shark off by a mile though. Tiger's fighting. Gets over it though. Interesting. I didn't realize there's ever like physics involved with that. Alright. Hoover trying to take out Amber. It's STG, man. It's too good. It's way too good. All right, let's switch gears a little bit to the north. See what they might be trying to cook up here. Get Devoto and touch my gangsta. I'm telling you, this MG is too good. I guarantee he wins this. Watch. What did I say? It is too good when it comes to hip firing. Why is such a crazy and strong machine so good at hip firing? Crazy. I swear I thought he was hip firing that again. I don't think he was. If he was, I might shoot myself. 'Cause that's ridiculous. North seems pretty stagnant though. They had a SWAT or two trying to make something happen up here, but they don't hold that factory, man. It's a rough one. 110%. Hour and 7 minutes left. And there's a lot going on to make something happen. Oof. Something went down. Already just nipped the fucking repair station. Not really a situation you like to see often, to be honest. Bullheart making his way in though. But so is Failed My Family in 9. Making it deep. So this is like where it's a blessing and a curse potentially for Glows and for TOG alike. Where having ruins so close means that you can kind of hedge your defense and your attack kind of on the same plane. But if you don't do that successfully, then it becomes a curse because then Glows can just kind of walk on. So it's not the best, it's not the greatest thing in the world at all times, but happens. So the Reaper, that's Papa. Reaper takes out Papa Bear. Damn. Pinged by the 76. I don't know if you can see it. Looks like they traded. Ugh. Does not win that that tank fight there. Hits him twice. I don't know if he hit his tracks or what, but they got the shot off at the same time. Bullheart's still putting in work though. They don't think. Oh, he's shift W. Not even shift Wing, but just, you know. Could have gotten the OP there though. So close. Really good run by him. P4 still up. That's crazy. House. We could take a peek down south for a second here. If anything's kind of happening. Scoot Dog and Papa Bear going at it. Damn, Killer Panda and Kebab both slain. Unfortunate. Scoot Dog trying to make his way though. Papa Bear and FART just not seeing each other. Bar goes down though. Scoot Dog has a chance though to make a play. Does not commit to it and gets got. Very unfortunate on that. But I will say TOG is making presence again though. You can see they took back their front door. Tiger is coming up. Should be called out, right? But they have people in town center and they don't have. Lowe's has nobody in town center right now. Just Kebab and Killer Panda pulling up, and then Spooby, depending on where he goes, Reaper knows there's a tank there. Let's call it out. Gets splashed. Not the best. Fart goes down. Do they have an OP here? No OP. I think they just gotta run. Like, you know they have to have a spawn here, and you're... I guess you gotta play cautious, though. You can't have it both ways. Papa takes out Mantis, though. I mean, maybe... Yeah, go play 3-story. 3-story's a great building to play in. Especially on this point. Something's up. Just a recon. Bolt goes down. Swollen taking out one. There's just too many. It's alright, dude. You tried your best. Kebab going down to Thanatos, though. Now they know. Good line still by TOG. Really good line. Thanatos getting taken out by Fart there. It's gotta be a gunfight you win, unfortunately. Because you take that out, you know, you have presence on point. But just like that, their point went from, you know, some to none. Medic and Killer Panda not seeing each other there at first. Happens. Oof, already for TOG. I hope it's for TOG. Finally paying dividends a little bit there. Able to kind of keep this mid alive at the very least. Like, that's what they need to do. As long as this survives, believe it or not, they have a chance. Just went down. Hit the Tiger once. Yeah, that's gotta be... Not the Ricky. If this 76 goes down, I just have no words. You gotta take him down. They're dead. Oof. They hit this. They hit the turret. I mean, he's 70. Tiger's dead, right? Gotta be. Oh no. You just hate to see it, dude. You really just hate to see it. And the rep station got destroyed, which is just a stroke of luck, but these things happen. And then Phil Mike Collins here in the back line. Just an SL, but he could potentially drop that OP. Make something happen. Anything is possible. It's good though. They took a tank out. I assume it's just like I think that was the P4. Finally dead. Wow. Thing lasted for a minute. So the only tank they have is the medium, I believe. Yep, just for now, just the medium. Tiger able to back it up, take it home, put it in their pocket. Surg Hunter just point blank killing that thing, man. Surg and Mantis. We'll stand off. Oh, Mantis, stop peeking. It's like a Call of Duty moment. As soon as you stop peeking, they shoot. It's crazy. Literally, if he just stayed there 2 more seconds, he would have won that. See, already changed, and they shouldn't have. I don't even know where they're already sitting now. A huge arty shell though. They just pinged him right there. Uh-oh. Glows seems to be making some progress here. Why is my... There we go. Alright, I was checking my stream. It should have went live, but it wasn't. I just wanted to make sure everything was good. It's live, but I mean, like, switched over from the intro to now. Yeah, it's so funny. I just wish there was no technical issues, but there always is something, right? So it's like the first minute of this game, I was just like flickering with the settings. Happens. Alright, Thanatos goes down. Killer Panda or Kebab. Front door is just lost now. Just talked about how they need to hold this to win this, and now, I mean, South is lost, North is boxed out, and they're walking in point. We take a look here. King Ike and Jamato. And Scoot Dog. Oh no. King Ike. Oh god, dude. Gotta be a little bit quicker on that. Trumbo's still there though. I assume I see the OP. Bomber run coming in for Glows. Not very effective, to say the least. Don't know if they were trying to go for the medium. Medium's not there. Not 110% sure. But it's okay. Maybe they had intel that I can't see. Happens to the best of us. Heart going down to full heart though. Phil Mike Collins making a name for himself here. Again, I can't believe I have to say these out loud. But it's okay. Phil Mike Collins, potential to put an OP on point. And this is where stuff is starting to get scary because he found the garrison. So garrison's down unless he gets... Oh, tank's watching it. Splash it. Never mind, doesn't need it. But the garrison's known now. At the very least, now that it's pinged, he's telling his team, hey, mark my body, right? So now that it's pinged, he gets a... What's... There you go, there comes the rain, as we all know and love. Makes sense though. Truly makes sense. Glow is creeping in. I don't know. This looks like arty smoke. Kind of wicked if it was. I always love good arty. It's pretty impressive to like throw it right where somebody pings it, right? Spewy going down. Okay, so they cleaned up their defense a lot. Still have like kind of this problem here in their I guess their south, but still dangerous. At least more manageable now at this point, right? A lot more manageable. Mantis has the info now of kind of where they're coming from. So we're gonna probably ping that out, be like, hey, we got people coming down this road. All you have to do is hold this line. Just have a guy or an MG or something. See if there's another heavy coming up. Yep, another heavy coming up for the allies. It's a medium and a heavy right now. Actually, a duo on the medium. Interesting. Makes sense though, they're on point. Reaper going down to 9. Los has clawed their way into their front door now. It's a dangerous territory when you lose this. Heavy is just holding down the ship now, huh? Not very, I mean, yeah, why not, right? I think at this point, though, like, you can even take your spotter and move him. Like, if you're confident that no one's behind you, which you never can be, but you can be confident to a degree, right? And maybe take this guy and put him to another tank, or even throw him in infantry. Especially like in 36 versus 36 is so crucial because like in 50s you have a lot more room for creativity and error, but in 36s it's not as easy to get things done or do things the way. Oh whoa, hold on, here comes the cap. Didn't even realize I was yapping, my bad. Glow's flickering the cap here for a second. Don't know if Phil got the OP up though. So Phil alone on point right now. He could have just ran back here, put it up, which would be huge. Looks like Garrison's down, but they do have their anchor squad here. They should be able to hold on to it, but Phil truly needs to run. Not in the road. Dude's a madman. Like, genuinely a madman. Because he needs to get an OP up is what he needs to do. So he should have just ran safely back here, threw his OP up. Maybe he's back here. It's possible. Airhead. Oh. Airhead not called out in the slightest by TOG. Uh-oh. This is not a great look here. Because they don't have, there's a Puma on point. And the only thing that is saving this cap is this medium who's about to die. Do I need to say more about this MG, by the way? I think you just hang tight. Kim Jong-un just needs to run. Just wasted too much time. This was a free tank kill. Puma down. Airhead taken out. Wow. I think they could have been a lot... Okay. He still gets the tank. Could have been a lot more lethal. Should have been a lot more lethal than it was. That's a great airhead. Like a really, really, really good airhead to have. And they had no one put a piece here. Don't know why Phil didn't just like run back, throw an OP down, go. Now you get 6 guys. They probably would have won that. They probably would have won that cap, that point. 110%. 110%. So it looks like they're kind of just resetting now, which, I mean, I think naturally you have to do, right? I mean, it's rough to be super duper duper rough to, like, allow that to happen, and it kind of takes the wind out of your sails a little bit. They did have some rats, but it looks like they got rid of Zerats in the back. Kamikaze trying to... Yeah, I'm done saying stuff. Like, truly done saying stuff. King Ike. The Lonely Man South. I failed 9. Noxious with a shot of his life. I hope so, Cody. Well, I don't hope so, but it'd be interesting to see them make something happen here. For sure. But for now, they're just kind of getting pelted on already on their ruins, and shit, Townsend is very stagnant right now. Tank going down though. Is it a tank? To what though? Their Stewie went down. Makes sense. I was wondering what I was hearing. Almost takes out the heavy though. Not a bad effort. And they're low on fuel. Very tank driven, or tank dry right now. They have a heavy coming up, but it's gonna take forever to get back. Might as well take the Stewie out. I don't blame that play one bit. But it's not a great spot because they have a heavy on point, and they have a heavy south that is angling down towards this front door. So this front door is honestly all but lost. While this defense is, like I said, this is where the blessing becomes a curse, because now you lost your front door. So you're in a situation now where you don't really get that padded bonus with your attack, because your attack isn't really attacking, right? Like you're having a tough time getting out of the point. I get it. But it's still, like, they still have a safety net in a sense where they can kind of attack off their defense, right? Like, if this was the point setup for the other side, like, this is hell for both people involved. This is really hard to hold or to attack if you have, like, if you're defending town center at the same time. But it's vice versa, right? So, again, blessing and a curse. Really, really rough. But we'll see what they can do with this. TOG making some ground here in the south. Cody might be onto something. There might be a chance for TOG better after yet. Reaper and Mantis, huge kill, and I failed. South seems to have been won. They got Kraus coming in the back. Point is relatively unprotected, with a lot of bodies being kind of contesting here, but not necessarily directly on point. So if Kraus can evade forbidding... Oh, there's a tank there. Never mind. Forget I said a word. Genuinely forget I said a word. And there goes Kraus. Splash. But the point is still not dead yet. There's still a lot of life in this push, in my opinion, and I think they still have a shot. They got 3 OPs down here. All they need to do is kill a couple people, and they'll be in business. That's all you can really ask for. But you gotta win your gunfights. End of the day, you really have to win your gunfights and take out their spawns. Like, at the end, that is as simple as how let loose can get, in my opinion. Just win your gunfights, kill the people, right? So we're still grinding and grooving right now. Looks like they have 3 tigers. 3 tigers on the map. Good lord. So Tiger North, Tiger South, Tiger Mid. Very, very intricate tank design here. I mean, if you have the fuel and you have the map pressure, then you might as well have 3 heavies. It's very hard once you kind of get boxed out. Reaper taking out 2 though. Good job. Scoot Dog. I know he has that dog in him. No pun intended. Takes out 1. Oh, King Ike takes him down. STG, man. Just too good. Way too good. Is that heavy engaging? Don't know. There you go. That's exactly what you needed. That's 1 heavy down. For the good guys. Where the fuck? AT gun? No, heavy's on road. Wow. What an angle. Ricky. Trying to look for him. See if we get the close-up on this. Get both of them in frame here. Don't know if he even sees him or if he rickied off of him. I mean, the 76 is committed here. If they can... Oh. Hey. In my opinion, that's a great engagement for that 76. The only thing here, and maybe I'm on this lone hill with this take, but you really, like, those tank plays are so far and few sometimes where it's kind of hard to pinpoint things. You really need your infantry sometimes to kind of pull one out for you and take care of some of these tanks so that you can kind of get into positions that they were in, you know? So far, though, I think Glows had a really dominating first half. Have really been on the ball when it comes to pressure. I think they've had, you know, a great start so far. You know, so we'll see though. I don't think the 76 is gonna re-engage. I think they'd be kind of stupid to. I think the reason they won that is you catch them off surprise. I think you got to keep on doing that. Play these angles, you know, that maybe people don't know about. That's a really good angle on this Tiger. Tiger had no idea. The only problem is that now you have a 70. You know they have a Tiger top. Maybe you don't though. Actually, they might not know. But potentially, like they could run up and get done up, dude. So now they're T-posing a little bit. Factory's cleared. Obviously they can know that. But Flack should run in, try to take that for himself, and they're balling. They're making things happen. That's what you have to do. Papa Bear dangerously close to ruins though. Thank God he's on SL. That'd be pretty bad. TOG is still grinding though. I respect the effort. I respect it a lot. I think 76 is still hugged up against that shrub in the top left there. I'm not 110% sure. But see what they can do. No, they actually dipped. To where though? I guess check, but it's kind of cheating, right? It's like a little game of I Spy. So it looks like they're opting to go north. Problem is that they have this automatic rifleman. I like blind as hell. Bomber run coming in. That is going to be on the side of Glows, trying to bomb out ruins. Again, not a great bombing run. I don't know if they had intel. Didn't get a single person with that. Not even sure. They might have gotten the garrison. Not really sure the garrison placement was. So maybe they got that. But, I mean, if you're doing a bombing run for a garrison, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. And especially no follow-up either. It's just, it's not the best bombing run, I think, in terms. I mean, if you got it like that, use your bombing run. I get it. Like, it's a very low risk, you know, low to high reward. Like, it's very flexible. But Glows is made on point. OP is wiped. The last, oh no, that's not good. Both OPs are wiped off of defense. Not good. They have no spawn. We're probably gonna see Glows start to cap here. Yep, right now. Glows has started their cap. This already probably needs to shift where they think potentially a garrison is and go from there. I mean, this does not seem like Glows has a response to this. They're dropping supplies. It's a little too late. They have three garrisons up. Well, 4, I guess, but now 3. This is not gonna be good at all for them. See, already slowly shifting. I would probably say already stopped, but it takes about 30 seconds anyway, so somehow, like, I mean, I think they had a huge spawn wave, right? I don't know how they're holding this. Somehow, some way though, they're still losing the cap, but now they're capping town center. Most interesting. Airhead coming down for Glows though, doubling down on this attack. Not a bad play. Caps are so hard to come by in this game. Somehow Glows is holding, or TOG is holding, flickering the point. I mean, very clearly Glows wins this cap race, and as soon as his airhead pops, I mean, at this point, you know you have the cap. Yeah, I mean, this definitely looks like it's gonna go the way of Glows. Because you're about to see a spawn wave of like probably 5 or 10 off this airhead, and there is just nothing that can be done about it. Nothing at all. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. One person spawned on the airhead, but it's a really good airhead. Bomber run coming in from TOG, a latch-less effort. They'll get the airhead, but again, they just don't have the bodies. They're holding. Let me shut up. Somehow they're holding this with this sheer. This is the other thing too, right? So when you have people respawning, well, this tank needs to stay in this pressure. But like the point is so close to the red that like they have to be as close as possible to the point as they can, right? And sometimes you just can't be that close because now guys are wrapping in. It's not exactly the way you want it. And so, you know, it is what it is. And this cap is really getting flung out here. Because the thing too is like TOG can't go attack town center because they have to play on defense, right? So Cap is still fluctuating like crazy, but I can comfortably, I believe comfortably say that TOG is going to lose this point. I want to see this tank battle though. I think this 76 is saying fuck it. We're taking a tank with us. We're probably gonna die anyway. Are there 2 tanks here? There's 2 heavies here. That's a tank down. So maybe not the end of the world. But it does look like TOG is going to lose this point. So devastating for TOG. Glows is pretty happy about it though. However, potential for a good possible retake. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier with these points. Like this is really good for TOG, that they can make this happen, right? Like really good for TOG, because they're not gonna get pressured right away. Well, actually, I lied. So when people do this though, it's rough because now like they have a garrison over here, or so they pinged they had a garrison. Yeah, me personally, I hate the points where it's right on the red, because a garrison can go here and it's so easy to, like, it's for free, right? Like it only gets blocked out at 50 meters or 15, and it's not as friendly. Really not as friendly. Cap's going back the way of TOG there for a second. I don't know if you guys noticed that. But they do have 2 heavies on point, but problem is that they got 2 SLs. Guys are gonna start flexing. These tanks are really just trying to give it their all. Honestly, either they try to cap this, they need infantry support, or I think they haul ass. Oh no. Yeah, turn it around. Oof. And they are capping. Interesting play. You gotta keep it moving. Oh man, so there's Satron 1. I think that's just like a weird. Anyways, like, you have so many fuel issues, man. I think you just gotta kind of keep it pushing. I don't think losing a heavy is really an option. And they're gonna die on this. Amber trying to go down with the ship here. Bringing King Ike with him. Satchel should go off here in just a second. Bang. There's 76 down. I love the effort. Like, at a certain point, you're like, okay, maybe I'm gonna die anyway. Maybe we should go for it. But 176 made it out. They both could have made it out. Kind of repositioned. They definitely could not stay on that cap, just because the Tiger was there. I don't know how that flickered for a second. I don't know if anyone saw that, but it did. But like, truly, I don't know. I think the right play was the run. Like, hold your heavies. You still have 35 minutes. Could be worse. You know, now you kind of have to hold down the fort, like, truly. And Fort just got ran over by his tank. I don't know if you guys peeped that. But hey, I mean, they don't have a spotter. Don't stand in the road, I guess, when tanks are coming. It happens. Okay. So, it's kind of looking grim for TOG in a way, because they just don't have fuel. They have 1 heavy left. They do have a heavy. Actually, they have a heavy up here. Oh, so they must have just used that. Okay, maybe that was a play then. They have 9 tankers though. I remember, if I'm reading this, yes, 9 tankers. 36 is, it's hard to do 9 tankers, especially like when you're losing just infantry battle. It's tough sometimes. What a rocket by Tapwater. Didn't get anybody, but still really nice. See, don't know what's going on here. I was gonna say, potentially, if the 76 comes down, they could see them on this peak here if they took it. Trying to see where the 76 is. I don't know if I'm blind or it's not loading in. There she is. Beautiful, beautiful. Looks like they're opting to just hold this road. Hopefully the Stewie It's not decided to come out this road. That would be pretty detrimental, but this tank needs to be called out and Dio needs to run back. Oh, I guess he really can't though. I splashed against that wall. This guy's cooked. Good smoke. Really good smoke. Stewie is going to take this red road up, which is hella dangerous, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I get it. Honestly, TOG probably retakes this, if I had to guess. They have a really good posture, in my opinion. Check how... Are they defending this? Yeah, so... TOG has completely driven them back off that initial push they had. It's like their only really main concern is just... hypothetical. Nothing crazy. So that's good. So now they can reattach their attack, gear up, and get going. Stewie's taking pot shots down, but the tank is not there. It's good to check though, because you never know. Especially Stewie against a heavy. You really gotta do what you gotta do. You get it. Honestly, I don't really know the best trajectory for this heavy. I don't know if it should take that peak, just because... I don't know. The idea is that if you could smoke this road again... Bob, janitor should see him. He goes down. The idea is... Oof. Artie is coming down like a rocket. Here we go. See if we can get a live view of what they're gonna see. Pretty good angle here. We're gonna be just as surprised if this heavy comes around the corner. We're gonna be just as surprised. Oh man, I don't... Do you give him front pin? Not sure. They're going for it though. I was really hoping we saw like a push there from the Tiger. Then you start putting gun 3, or sorry, like 10. Oof. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh, they're gonna live. They're gonna live. They might get punished for it. Oh, they should have held the shot as long as they could. They're dead. Yep. Not. And then the Stewie. I mean, the Stewie gets satchel. That's crazy work. Oh. Damn. Pretty impressive. Not gonna lie. Good job, Cheeses. Cheeses? Yeah. So, Carcass gonna get cleared. Most likely. Oh, wait. What the fuck happened? Oh, Big Dog 76. Sorry I missed that. I was so hyper fixated on whatever the Stewie was doing. I completely missed the 76 ballin'. So they get the trade, though. At the very least, they get the trade. Not the end of the world. Obviously not the greatest, but could have been worse. But as you can see, Glows has really made their presence very, very, very well known. It's not going to be an easy fucking callback for TOG. But 30 minutes. 30 minutes makes nothing happen. Uh-oh. Stewie down. Not sure what took that out. Tiger. That'll do it. Little scuffle going on in the wheat field. Whoa! You gotta be joking me. That is unreal. My first ever shovel kill I have ever gotten on stream. I did not think it could be done. But a random douchebag has proven his name to be true. He purposely tried to shovel somebody just for the clip. Unbelievable. I can't believe it happens that way. Not like this, dude. Alright, so what does TOG do here? Let's talk a little critical. While we have some time, right? Let's be a little critical about what is going on in this game right now. Instead of kind of just commentating, we'll be proactive. What should TOG do, right? It's tough. Glow is playing really, really well, and you have to play into these alleyways, which is really hard to do. I think getting around them is really important. I think a lot of people put this emphasis on, like, truly put this emphasis on, like, oh, we have to be as quick as we can. What the fuck? What happened there? The tiger got him. Sheesh, dude. He doesn't see him. 76 should get first shot, and they're gonna give him front. Oh, what in the god? I can't. That's a hit. He's gonna try to repair him, but it's just not gonna be enough. He should be able to get second shot off. Oh, there we go. Tiger down. I saw the cap just for a second. But somehow TOG is taking. How the hell are they taking ruins? That should tell you exactly where Glows is. The fact that they even capped that for a second. There's some trouble in paradise here. TOG is taking the point again. I'm very confused on what's going on. Seems to be kind of a back and forth here. I really don't know how TOG is taking this. Like, I have the slightest of clues. I get they're close, but they have nobody in circle. Because then Glows also has people that are in the cap. They just have too many gooners south? Maybe. Okay, cap seems to have kind of equated a little bit here. Still, there's two guys on cap. Okay, Glows is starting to take last point. See how they respond. One garrison in the south, one kind of to the north. Medium is crashing in. I don't think they're gonna be able to cap this. I think there's just gonna be too many TOG players. But who knows? Yep, and just like that. I don't know. I'm assuming they didn't get an OP down here. Not sure. That sounded suspicious. Airhead. Looks like they're going. Probably gonna do a bombing run airhead. Not sure. So I'm very non-optimistic. I understand TOG is taking cap, by the way, but we got to see how this plays out. And they stopped taking it. I'm not the biggest fan of bombing run airheads. Just because the only person I've seen do it well is Captain Spears. Granted, I don't watch outside of casting. But a lot of the time, if they nail this side to side, it's going to kill everybody. And it might. Not really. That's what I'm saying, though, is that, so you just wasted, I mean, they should play aggressive, right? Like, I get it. You have the resources, you have the cap pressure, like, go for the 5-0. Like, keep them on their toes. But I've just never been, don't tell me it's a strafe, too. No. Supply is going down. I've just never been a big fan of bomber and airheads just because I think it's like, I guess it's like high risk, high reward, right? Like, I get it. That is an airhead of TOG's own going down. So they said, hey, we're going to do a bomber on airhead now. How do you like them apples? That's literally what's about to happen. The bomber on airhead. Because there is no sane world where you just put this down for no reason. And then they didn't even like... Oof. Is that going to hit people? Might. Problem with the bombing run airhead is literally what Fart just did. Just didn't quite hit it. Kind of got delayed on it. I don't. Yeah, they killed it before. They were way too late on the bombing run. Is Fart gonna pay for it though? Nope. Still, just so it's like don't try stuff maybe that like you're not like, 'cause it just doesn't work sometimes. It's all right. It's just super late on that. There's a timing that you can find for that. Like it's out there. Like you can easily. Ooh, okay, hold on. Damn. Damn. OP is literally right here. Probably should go take that out, Sergeant. Just gonna farm him though. I respect it. I mean, cause hey, listen, man, nobody's watching out except you. So go get your CE, dude. They want to spawn on it. Guess what? It's on there. 22.5 minutes left. TOG really needs to make something happen. I think they finally kind of regained this foothold. The north is just a hard, north's hard to win. This map is really south oriented, just because you have a lot more flexibility. It's not just like a straight line majority. So it's kind of like give and take situation. But there's still a chance for TOG to pull this out. Always a chance. But they got to start with capping ruins back first. That's the biggest thing they need to do. Is cap ruins back first. They don't do that. Obviously soon it's a little harder. Unless they just go balls to the walls, cap 2 points really quick. I've seen it happen before. I mean, all it takes is 4 minutes. It's not the end of the world, but it's gotta be perfect, right? So something to keep in mind. What's up, Niner? Good to see you, bud. You're not gonna see this until 30 minutes, but appreciate you stopping by. Zerg going down to Dark. Can Dark kill Niner? It's not gonna kill Dark. Here we go. Dark goes down. Try to be more like energetic for this last 21 minutes. Just give the people a show. Janitor trying to mop up. Janitor goes down. Alright, TOG, in all actuality though, TOG's making a really good push here. Send some guys here, send some guys here. They know about the heavies. Heavy is using its friend's carcass. They have one pinged there, which is not correct. This one's the correct mark. They also have one there, so they need to clean these marks up. But there's a chance, so if Papa goes down, there's a really solid chance that this... Ooh, that wall saved Fart and Papa from dying. Would have been better if they died for TOG though, because that's an easy satchel or AT on this Tiger. Tiger's obviously not as easy to AT, but satchel 110%. Tiger's sensing the pressure. Not sure if they're feeling stuff here, but I mean, at a certain point, Glows is going to switch that gear where they try to play more maybe for this 4-1 instead of the 3-2. Or the 5-0. Ooh, man. Water is my best friend right now. I love yapping as much as the next person, but 2 games in a row, man. Whew. A lot. Alright, Tiger is not happy about what he's hearing. So he's pushing in, but it's kind of like a shift rotation, right? Like this Tiger's taking this Tiger's spot. This Tiger's playing up. Honestly, really, I think it's a solid play. I think it's good communication to kind of, you know, taxi your ferries a little bit. Taxi your ferries. Taxi your tanks a little bit. So we'll kind of see what happens. I don't know if they're still having fuel problems. Probably. They have a recon. Medium's down. In the south. So it looks, I mean, all that looks like it's up is just the heavy and the recon. Not the best thing in the world. 18 minutes left. Here we go. Is that the recon? No. Oh, AT gun. Interesting. And a tank coming up with him. I feel like Sergeant Random had to have heard that, no? Not really sure. Tiger is just cruising over here, though. This is also why this north push is like damn near, like, it's so miserable. Because you either have to go like map edge or nothing. This is what I'm saying. So I feel like a lot of teams don't do this, but they don't send people to go all the way around, right? They don't. And I don't know why, right? Like, just send somebody all the way around Canal, get something up, like, you know, factory or wherever, and try to make something happen. It's easier said than done. I understand, but it's, you know, like, you can send one. You can spare a guy. My opinion. What do I know though? It's like a tank battle's going off. Tiger, oof, can't pin the side of it. 76 goes down though, and then 2 Rickies because you just, that's a terrible angle to go for. Tiger just bulldozes the 76, man. This tank battle has not been, can't lie, it's definitely a little more favored towards glows this game. But that's not a stain on TOG's tankers. I mean, genuinely, some of these maps in these comp settings, it's so, like, these guys have had a week to kind of know what this midpoint was, and if they lose midpoint, it's really, really tough as a tanker to come back and make something happen when all the angles that you want to go down are taken, or this or that. There's just so many variables when it comes to it. Like, Glow's tanks are solidly set up. They have all the angles. And then if a tank tries to go in somewhere, they can't because their infantry's there too. So it's a rough game sometimes for tanks. Like, at this point, they really have to lean on their infantry to get this shit done instead of doing with the tank-on-tank battles. But sometimes the tanks just hunt you anyway, and it's, yeah, there's only so much you can do. Touch my gangsta, land down some hate from this 3-story. Scoot dog on the roof. I don't know what he's trying to do. Oh, I thought he was going for that tank. Can he see? No. That would have been nuts, though, wouldn't have been. He was going for this tank. I see. I think I got executed. Jesus. So respect for glows, though, man. They're still trying to make this attack work. Good lord. Not exactly sure how they've been getting behind. I don't know if they're just sending like a whammo or what. They're in the HQ, which is a strat. It's a strat. HQs always scare me though, because I feel like you just gotta really get your OP in a spot that you're really comfortable with, because they could just spawn in the HQ, come up behind you, and you're dead. So I always try to limit like how many people in between, or like where they could spawn, or like where I think they could spawn between me and the point I'm trying to take. I don't want to ever get sandwiched and get shot from behind. It's like the worst feeling in the world, right? But all right, let's go AC 130. Probably. Oh, cap for a second. Bomber run coming in. Just a recon, sorry. Got a little excited. Cap was coming in though, just for a split second. Glows is gonna be forced to pull back a little bit. But Scoot Dog and Full Heart coming in, swinging. This cap, if they can get into circle, this cap will go the way of TOG. Garrison right here, pretty much in the exact same spot that TOG had it in. If Obnoxious can get there, he can just rocket that. That's... Oh, big spawn wave though. As they're taking the last point too. So what happened? One person is capping. taking out the garrison on point. I thought. Not yet. Oh, there's a chance the spawn wave goes off. Satcheled it. Classic. So Satchel goes down. Garrison on point is taken out. Kim Jong versus the world. Kim Jong Uwu. There you go. And just like that. Never mind. Unclean bus. Discipline. But 2 SLs coming south. So there's definitely a garrison down here then. 110%, right? Like, it's gotta be. 1 OP there. No, it's 110% a garrison. Yep, right there. Gonna say, it has to be a garrison. Too many SLs to have, like, just a random flank. Right? Airhead coming down. Are we doing this bombing airhead? Or is this airhead... They gotta see this guy, right? Fight of our lives right here. 12.5 minutes left. Jamato's just going for it. I respect it. Trench gun. Damn, tap water. That was toxic, dude. Absolutely toxic. Still a lot of pressure here, though. And get, oh my god. So Glows is not playing for a 4-1. I'm gonna leave that right there. This is gonna be interesting though, because they're sending a lot of guys. Bombing run coming in. Probably gonna be over the middle of the point. So this actually has the potential to be the best bombing run of the game. Because, you know, not exactly where I would have thrown it, I think. But I mean, effective nonetheless. No spawn on point as far as garrison goes. I don't know if that's... Yeah, supplies coming down. So, no garrison on point. Probably an OP or two, at the very least. TOG airhead coming out? Nope, just, sorry, allied supplies. So this is polarizing. Garrison goes up. Maybe should have waited a little bit to bombing run. In hindsight, 2020. But it might not matter. But they are getting done up. I mean, this garrison... They can't build... Oh, that looked weird. We'll see. 15 minutes, or not even 15, 10.5 minutes. Glow's doing a really good job of not letting TOG breathe and making sure that the fight is kept on farm instead of on ruins. Farm ruins, ruins, T-Taw. Cryptos wins his gunfight. That's huge. Doesn't matter how many bodies you throw. You got bodies on point. Matters less. Edo going down too. That's a 2-0 trade. Don't know what that was. Transport going down. Heavy coming out of spawn, looking to help. At this point, you start to feel his TOG playing not even for dignity. Garrison finally going down. Here we go. So now this push is... So maybe counter push, right? So let's go take a quick peek over here. They have 2 people on point. An SL and a recon. Maybe throw an airhead. Somewhere back here. Alright? You need something. Either you're going to lose 4-1 or you're going to lose 3-2 or you could even win. But at this point, it's like, you know, you got to plan to play for glory. They get another garrison back up here, dude? Good lord. No, like, they had to have gotten a garrison back here, dude. Maybe... Oh, just an OP. Ow. Absolutely unreal. Glow's playing great in terms of their pressure. Recon going up for TOG. Now, I hate to say this, but they gotta put a lot of work in if they're gonna take this in 4.5 minutes. If you don't know, you have 2 minutes to cap the point cleanly. So if the game has 1:30 left, you're not taking, you can't win. But they have 2 points capped. So the idea is that they need 4 minutes to win. If they don't have 4 minutes, like if it's 3.5 and they start capping, doesn't matter. They're gonna lose 3-2 at the very best. So they about have 4 minutes right now to go make something happen the best they can, best they know how, and get her done. It's still possible. 110% still possible. But difficult. Especially when Glows has put a lot of good pressure on their attack. We'll kind of stick with this attack real quick. Kind of see what's going on. Hmm. 3 minutes left. Checking on the attack real quick. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb here. This game is over. Most likely. The only thing now, though, is do we end it? Is it a 3-2? Or is it a 4-1? Or is it a 5-0? Right? That is what the question remains. Is Glows gonna be able to cap this point, or is TOG gonna hold on to the rest of their dignity, heads held high, and ride this thing out to a 1-4, 4-1, whatever, however you want to flip it? So far, though, I mean, Foxhole taking out 2. Cap should start to go the way of Glows here in about a second. He takes out Happy Chief. Oof. Happy Chief just playing the angle. Garrison's gonna go out on point. Takes out Foxhole, but after the damage has been done, supply is going down. Allied supply is going down. Spooby versus Happy Chief. I like to say whoever wins this is probably where the cap's gonna go. Spooby takes him out. He rebuilds the garrison just for it to go down again. Tough world we live in, man. Life's not fair. Truly. Supply is going down for the allies, though, but they have no garrison on point. Sergeant Random replaces it. I swear to God. Satchel's the fucking wall, dude. Man. Dude, TOG can just not catch a break. 5 minutes left. 1 minute left before the game is ultimately decided. 5 minutes left until we decide what fashion. Satchel's gonna go off. Random. Pleasure serving with you, bud, but enjoy the redeploy screen. Spooby going down. Garrison goes down. Supplies goes down. Point to farm ruins is wide open. Glows is going to start their cap. Don't know what they have up here. I'm assuming it's a garrison, considering this is a red zone. Take a quick peek. Wait for a spawn or something. Cap quickly goes back the way of... I mean, they're playing from their spawn, dude. They're not playing from their spawn. Oh, the heavy's playing... He's playing over here somewhere. There he is. Don't know where this garrison is, but... Man. GG's to Glows. Glows is going to pull this out. Again, now the only thing is, at what fashion are they going to pull it out? Have about 4 minutes left in this game. Glows has about 2 minutes to see if they want to try to... If they can get the 5-0. it is possible that TOG can still cap ruins and save themselves a little bit and lose 3-2 instead of 2-3 or 4-1. But with how I mean, they have a couple people on ruins, but it really does look like Glows is going for like the attack. Like they won that 5-0. They look hungry, so it looks like that's what they're gonna go for. Who knows though? I'm trying to find where their garrison was or something. There's no way this heavy's about to get injured right now. King Ike going for gold. Let's see what he can do. Hits tracks twice. So it's gonna be slow, but it's definitely not out. Very capable of killing you and still fucking you up. Medium coming in for some support. Truly looks like this game's gonna go. It looks like it's gonna go to a 4-1 here. But they are capping ruins, which is good. Like they should still cap ruins, just because like I mean you don't want to get no one wants to get 5-0'd. Bombing run coming in. I really hope it sweeps over here where their garrison's been the whole time. I'm scared it's not though. It didn't look like it was directly on it. Oh wait, that's Glow's bombing run? Oh no, they bombing run defense. Good bombing run. But you know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a GG. GG for the. I think there's a game or two still left tonight. But all in all, GG to Glows. Congratulations on the 4-1 win. GG to TOG, who I know is a great team, and they are going to come back a little bit better, a little bit wiser, and have a play a lot harder next week with whoever. I don't know who they play next week, but it's gonna be a good one. Regardless, Glows did a really good job of applying that back pressure, really giving it to him. Meanwhile, TOG had some really good pushes, but their tanks could just never get set up, man, and it's tough. It's extremely tough when your tanks just don't. When you lose mid right away, it's really hard to kind of claw back into that, and that's not on them. That's just kind of a feature of the game, and like playing, kind of deciding how do you play against that is really important. Like do I 1v1 these tanks, ego peak, etc., or do I go for infantry, try to stay away from their line of sight and make them play aggressive and make mistakes, right? So overall, I appreciate everyone for tuning in here while we wind down these last 38 seconds. Like I said, I love casting APL games. There just something about them is so toxic, or not toxic. It's so intoxicating, and it's really fun to see how these teams play against each other. It's a map that we've played a million times, but yet somehow there's always somebody who wins and always somebody who loses, and it's different every time. So really fun game. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier. Today is May the 4th, so may the 4th be with you. Like my favorite day of the year. Beach right going in. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Anyway, GG's. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Had a great time casting this game. Thank you for, giving me your eyeballs for about an hour and a half, hopefully. And I appreciate it. Anyways, that's about it for me. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday night, and see you next week.